I'm Aleksandra Majka, reporting for Maroon TV News. I'm at the press preview for the Rolling Stones exhibit, Exhibitionism, which gives viewers a look at the career of the Rolling Stones. The exhibit opens with a recreation of the original London flat where the band first lived in 1963.
They saw Jones at the bottom of the pool and they pulled him out. He is not dead. He does not sleep.
I'm standing in front of a recreation of the Rolling Stones sound recording room. Featured here are several of their original instruments. Visitors to the exhibition can listen to videos of interviews with the Rolling Stones talking about the recording experience.
The Rolling Stones have been rocking together for over 50 years, and featured here are a few of their albums, including Let It Bleed and Sticky Fingers.
The exhibition includes a massive fashion gallery, including over 70 original costumes handmade by some of the leading fashion designers in the world, including Gucci, McQueen, and Prada.
This is Katherine Surma with Maroon TV, speaking with Ileen Gallagher, the curator of Rolling Stones Exhibitionism. Now, Ileen, you've been a Rolling Stones fan for a really long time. So is there anything that you brought that's personal to the exhibit? Any personal attraction that you brought that you want viewers to see when they're walking through the exhibit?
I've been really attracted to the Rolling Stones because they've been around for over 50 years and they've just been such an important part of our popular culture. And when you think of a lot of seminal moments that happened over the last 50 years, like the end of the Summer of Love at Altamont, they were a part of that. The fall of communism in Czechoslovakia, they were the first ones to play at the fall of the Iron Curtain in Prague. There's just so many moments. Andy Warhol's Factory, they participated in that, and Andy Warhol did many album covers for them. So I think there's so many touchstones in popular culture over the last 54 years that I wanted people to kind of see that and understand that. It's the music is fantastic, but it's more than the music.
When you were working with the band to put the exhibition together, did they request anything in particular?
No, not really. They were very involved and they kind of reviewed our designs very carefully, and they didn't really like the first time that we showed them things. So we had to go back to the drawing board, and then, we took all of their feedback, and, the rest is history. They were really pleased then, and, so.
And building off of that, was there any particular items that the Stones felt that should be included or should be excluded, and how did you feel about that?
They really didn't censor anything. I think that the only thing that they censored, this is pretty funny, is that there was this mariachi shirt that Charlie wore at one period of time, and he was like, no, I really don't want this in the exhibition. But other than that, they were fine. I mean, Mick has some kind of questionable outfits, but he was fine with us putting it in, so.
Now also, Ileen, there's so much stuff in here. Who's the hoarder in the group? Where did all this come from?
They have an archive outside of London, and I think Keith and Ronnie, kept all their instruments. Mick had a lot of instruments too. Most of the clothing Mick kept. He was really a good hoarder. I think Keith gave a lot away, or his girlfriend stole the clothing. Same with Ronnie, but Mick was really the one who kind of preserved all the clothing items.
Lastly, could you talk about how Chicago is really a special place for the Stones? What's it about this exhibition in this particular city that makes it personal to them and to you?
Chicago, they've had a very deep history with Chicago, and actually the first time they came to the United States, they came to Chicago and they recorded at Chess Records. And this was like going to Mecca for them, because that's how the band formed, was that when Keith and Mick kind of met on that train platform, after not seeing each other for many years, they were carrying records from Chess, and they recognized that in each other, that they really had this kinship around these rhythm and blues records. And so that's how they started the dialogue about starting a band. And then the fact that on their first tour to America, they were able to actually record at Chess Studios was just like so phenomenal for them. So kind of in the ensuing years, they've come back so many times and performed here. It's really, Chicago's a very special place to them.
Over the past 50 years, the Rolling Stones became and have remained one of the most culturally important acts in history. From Mick Jagger's daring white dress in 1969 to their iconic tongue and lips logo, the Rolling Stones have continued to break the boundaries of cultural norms throughout their incredible career. This is Aleksandra Majka signing off for Maroon TV News.